That is true.
All right,
pretty much.
let us continue. So, before we switch to that, Vivian Halfdan, at what point do you leave the Elysium if you do leave, or do you stay there? I think Vivian was going to the Toreador already, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Time to gossip.
Did you make that roll for major political crisis? I think you did and you failed.
No, I got a success.
Then you feel that something is going wrong, but it's hard to tell just how bad it is. To be determined if it's horribly bad yet.
Yeah, it was a single success, and yeah.
Yeah, it's a subtle thing. It's not so much a feeling of open warfare you feel as a shift in power, one of those that's barely a ripple on the surface but shifts the foundations.
Cool. Hopefully for the better.
Mm-hmm. Halfdan, where are you?
I'm gonna stay at Elysium.
Okay. Then you see someone else new pull up, mildly disheveled, and just start walking into Elysium at a brisk pace.
Switch. Map, please.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, and I'm just probably just socializing still somewhere, like, being alright. Somebody new comes in. Well.
Yeah, she just immediately calls out, which of you is Halfdan?
I step forward. That would be me.
Benita Johansson, Archon, we need to speak in private now.
I put my head back a little bit and shock up. Okay, and I follow her in private.
Maxim just goes, huh, to himself. I've recently become aware of your recent troubles. And while I can't speak for my Justicar just yet, if it should become necessary, and if it can be done relatively bloodlessly, I believe that the Camarilla would be able to recognize your princeship.
Oh, what do I do? Do I want to become prince? Oh.
Well, you have the unofficial nod from the higher-ups, apparently, as far as she's saying. You
as
won't
a
get
personal experience, it sucks. Never would be the prince again.
I just look, of course, like, just surprised. I'm like has the current prince done something terribly bad now? This is sudden. This is really sudden.
You know, Halfdan doesn't know the assassination attempt involved in the prince.
Suffice it to say that we have been watching the situation and your growing popularity and your ability, and we are impressed. And
Thank you.
If Sir Alan Percy was to be replaced, we would be perfectly willing to see either you or Vivian in charge, whichever one of you would prefer to take reins. Should it become necessary.
Out of character. Fuck me. I know what happened the last time I was in power. I have PTSD now.
Does that mean you would back Vivian?
I mean, that's her next stop. Fight Vivian and inform her that the Camarilla would be willing to look the other way to a relatively bloodless coup.
Okay. Okay, what would I fucking say? Like, here's the thing. I know I talked a little bit about it before, but, fucking Halfdan's just now getting into, the whole responsibility. I know how Vivian's acted, and she seems a lot more dependable than me, but at the same time, I have this small power fantasy in my back of my head, so
Vivian
fuck.
might be a bit too unstable for that. She did seem to have some trouble dealing with stress recently, and she's the kind that will try to take care of every little problem. She might burn out. She might not know how to step back. She might not have enough
Or
energy
she might
to
be able
have...
to learn. It could go any which way.
Yeah, it's true.
you know what? Fuck it, let's do it. Okay,
I mean,
let's
it's up to you if you're gonna take over. She's just saying that she's willing to... that you're not gonna get gangbanged by nearby Cameral cities, that your rule will be recognized if you can take rule.
Right. Okay then. I'm just gonna reply with this. Well, I'm honored. I really am. And well, if I think the city believes as well, and if you, the higher ups, believe as well, then why not? I would
We
accept.
would not be able to support you openly. We would be
Very
able
well.
to recognize you after the fact without any trouble. Provided you did not do anything too heinous in taking part.
Very well. It will be as bloodless as you say. I am a man who does not live in blood as well.
I will be extending the same offer to Vivian as well, so you will need to come to an arrangement or accommodation amongst yourselves.
Of course.
I'll be the
And
easy
thank you for
part.
this offer. Thank you for this offer.
Certainly. I look forward to working with you in the future. Fucking damn it. God.
Deus Volt, motherfuckers.
I mean, Maxim will happily step in as the new Primogen if you manage to take over the city. You will have won him over.
Yeah, right?
I mean, Vivian doesn't mind Maxim as long as he's not, doing anything too crazy.
Listen, leadership needs to be tested to ensure that it's strong, among the gangrel at least. It's the way of things. By the way, Keegan recommends eating the former prince.
Why would you do that to Andy, the former prince?
Oh,
Poor Andy.
tap tap on the head. Don't worry, it'll be quick.
God damn it. Okay, well, he would be able to find one of the Melks and eventually convince them to send you a message through the network, so you would get a message that reads, someone called an Archon is looking for you. Or someone
Holy
called
shit.
Archon.
I immediately look at whoever sent the message to see who this Archon is. I see who this Archon is. Holy shit! Why's an Archon here? I'll attempt to just passively send her a quick, I'll be over in a little bit.
Okay, what is your intelligence plus subterfuge?
It should be a total of 8 or 7. Let me double check. This is 8. 8 total.
Okay, she nods.
It'll probably take a little bit because I was heading over towards the corridors, but I'll be back.
Yeah, there's definitely someone new standing next to the Malkavians who are looking mildly awkward.
She'll be jogging, which for her is a walk for other people.
She offers you her hand. Vivian, a pleasure.
Yes. A pleasure to meet you, Miss.
Benita Johansson. We should talk in private.
Okay. Walk off to talk to her in private.
All right. Been appraised of the recent developments, and I wanted to inform you that if you, or as the case may be, Avdan, were to make a successful bid for the princedom, your claim would be recognized by the Camarilla,
Oh,
provided the proper customs and niceties were observed.
yes, of course. I understand. Oh shit, I just realized why she wouldn't back Halfdan.
Why?
He has that
Oh.
demon stuff going on.
Yep.
God fucking damn it.
She wouldn't back you for Prince, not because she disagrees with your associates, but because of your associates. If it ever came out, you would immediately cause the city massive backlash with the Camarilla.
Alex, it's time to fucking cut it off. Then if I become prince, don't worry, fam.
You're gonna need. You can delve into whatever you want here. It's still expected that there's gonna be politicking as you come to terms amongst yourselves.
I mean, that was just a realization I had when I was thinking about backing Halfdan. I was like, yeah, this could go well. I could just back Halfdan into Prince. Oh, wait.
You might need to
Fuck.
eliminate Bobby or dominate the fuck out of him if you're gonna back half that just in case.
Yeah, I don't think we could back Halfdan with that kind of thing.
You could try and call the demon, arrange a meet, and eliminate her as a problem.
Fuck that. No. I don't know who she is. Now, if she turns out to be an utter irredeemable bitch, maybe. But hey, don't know that yet. So far, she seems pretty decent. Really, really lustful and corrupt and shit, but not particularly bad.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you for the honor. I wasn't really expecting it, like, at all.
Well, I can't go into the specifics, but recent developments have led us to reevaluate the competence of certain elders. You, Avdan, and the prince to some extent as well.
If it might not be inappropriate, um, what information do you have so far on the goings on in the city?
I believe I have a general idea on the conflict that has occurred between Halfdan and the Tremere.
Vivian's gonna just give her a. I'm not even sure what kind of look it would be. It might even be just a mix of feelings on that matter. It's kind of conflicting on her face for a moment.
Mm-hmm. It's clear that
Uh.
she's leaving a lot unsaid as well about just how much she knows.
Um, well, I don't particularly want to, you know, bring anything that could harm the city, but if you have any questions for clarification, I can probably answer them.
Yeah. But that I believe will come afterwards. There's probably gonna need to be a discussion of how to approach the issue of the Tremere regent with whoever ends up taking charge. Provided a shift in leadership occurs.
The Lord actually just recently came by.
Ah,
And by recently, I mean within the last hour. She's actually still in town.
interesting. I might step by and visit her then.
If you wish, I could possibly try and arrange a quick meeting or anything if you need.
Excellent. I would appreciate it.
Okay. Well, I'll need to talk to Halfdan for a little bit then. You have a
Certainly.
wonderful night.
Yes, you too. Bacon, meanwhile, your pants are soaked. You're in a puddle. The majesty seems to have worn off.
Yeah, he would just go back inside, uh, grab his stuff, and wait for Andy to say that he's the new prince. He's going
Hold.
to resign.
You might be able to hold on to power. It really depends. She would not
Yeah,
want to share how badly you fucked up, which means that you have room to maneuver.
but the plan is simply uh, resign and just be an elder of the city, and just blame on the frenzy incident and say that he thinks that he failed.
God fucking damn it.
It depends on a lot of stuff, but it's probably what he will do. It depends on Andy and if he gets any other news from the city.
I mean, if you did that, it would solve any issues you'd have with everything going on, mostly.
It does allow you to retain the maximum amount of control over the city, yes. To a large extent.
It
Yeah,
would be
you
the
wouldn't be
safest way.
you wouldn't be required to turn over any of your dots or anything. You could keep all of that.
He
You
would
might lose
lose
status.
he would lose a dot of status probably.
Yeah, but
Andy stumbles back into the apartment. What is his freaking feeding restriction? Oh, yes, that. He is definitely splattered in blood with a shock-shocked look on his face.
Oh
Actually,
boy, the Venture are causing me issues and they're about to just dump them all on my head, aren't they?
let's see. Actually,
Yep.
you know what? Shit. Let's see. No, that was a raw trek. But that's still a 3. Yeah, he does have a shell-shocked look on his face. The blood splatters aren't anywhere near as bad. Someone got in his way.
yeah, I understand. I just go to him with the same look on my face, covered in blood and tears. Blood tears, but still.
What happened?
Elder Malkavian. I dealt with him, but the Archon arrived when I was friending. Things went bad. Andy, I have a question for you.
Yes, sir?
How do you feel being prince?
Are we gonna take one of the surrounding towns, sir?
No, I'm thinking on resigning. I
What?
did bad.
No,
You know all the
no, no. What did that Malkavian do to you?
the Archon. She got majesty on me, so I said out everything to her.
We need to kill her.
And then tried to chase her to try and erase her mind. Things aren't good.
No,
I'm
Andy's
resigning.
reaction is, we need to kill her.
Yeah, she got away. She probably started to talk with someone. I tried to go after her, but fucking majesty, she was so good at it.
It saved her life, I think. I know how situations like these evolve with you, Bacon.
Yeah, she was totally going to die. I think that the safest bet is I resign, try to hold the maximum power on the city, you take over, and I will try to find her later and try to do a damage mitigation.
But the Malkavian, we could blame it all on him.
We don't have enough proof besides just
He
his
could have
ashes.
dominated you. He was crazy. Nobody would be able to tell. Hell, if he was that strong, they might not even try to read those ashes. It might be dangerous to do so.
It's a good try. We need to see how things go, but
The city needs you. There's werewolves fucking everywhere.
I just put a hand on his shoulder. Don't worry, I won't leave the city. If I even resign, I will be here backing you and doing everything that I can to maintain order in this place.
I see. I'm not ready. I
Andy, you were ready for a long time.
Give me a charisma leadership role.
Andy, I wish to tell you this, but you were always ready. You were
God
always ready.
fucking damn it.
So I have natural leader, so +2 leadership. So +1 because of my penalties.
God fucking
That's
damn it.
11 dice.
Do it.
6
Very
successes.
good at it.
No.
I
Very good.
I understand. I understand, sir. It's for the dignity of the clan. I will do my part.
I can even use the Malkavian plus differencing to beat the reasons that I give up. I can think this through. You found the ghouls on your way out?
I have no idea where they got to.
I hope they are safe. I will take the edges. I also will need to deal with the incident on the hotel kitchen.
Oh, is I think the local FBI office sends up people, or there's a lot of cops downstairs.
I will. You take the edges then. It's on the back of the building. I will change myself and go dominate a few people.
The ashes, sir. Save or down the garbage chute.
Save, we can use them for later. Can always be the reason for why everything went shit. But keep them very hidden.
Bacon, you could, based on your political skill and your common sense, you don't need to resign. You could just go with a I'm gonna take a step back until I recover from the attempt on my life that's left me scarred and deformed.
It's a good point.
Just leave Andy
I
in
was-
charge for a couple of years while you quote unquote recover.
It would just kind of depend on if you really feel like you can try and keep power with the stuff that might or might not be coming out.
I mean, I even have a reason. I was mentally scarred by the Malkavian attack.
So
Yeah,
powerful
they
it scarred
could
you
both
back in
work.
time.
The only issue with trying to keep power in general is that it does still leave. If somebody else takes power from you, you'll lose probably more than just a few dots.
Yeah. Now we have to think of what would the reaction of Vivian and Halvdan if they would try to take over from Andy.
Yeah, you don't even know who she's offering, if anyone, that's the thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you don't know what she's doing, and that's actually the biggest reason to resign.
She might be going around to several ancillae as well, the ones that the Camelot thinks are particularly competent and reliable.
Or she could be spreading exactly what she just learned to all the elders up above, and you might be about to
Yeah.
be killed. Could go any which way.
yeah. I think that Andy is sure enough that he can take the place. And I already did the speech that you are ready, you can do it, so I won't take the glory out of him. And I think it's safer to let him. If
Yeah,
anything, I can just.
especially with him being bound to you.
Yes, there's also that, but it's not bound to me.
I mean, he is. You wanted him to be bound to you. It's just that no one really knows that he is.
Didn't he choose specifically to not bloodbind him?
I think we went with Andy being bound.
That's what I remember.
I have the flaw on his sheet.
Frog.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
Yeah.
And he's gonna lose that
muted
prestigious
myself
sire
from my-
merit.
I was muted for a long time, or
No, just if you were muted at all, it was just barely.
Yeah.
We've
Yeah.
been hearing you the whole time.
Yeah.
I think I just pressed the button. Yeah, I was saying, yeah, definitely Andy is bloodbound to me. I won't trust my fans with someone that isn't.
Okay.
God's fucking
Yeah.
damn. Bacon, do you remember when Andy was in charge for a session and a half? Those were the dark ages for this city. Are you sure you want to return to them?
I mean, it depends on your perspective of things. They weren't particularly dark ages to me.
Yes, he was under a lot of stress. Now he has more time, me supporting him, time to think, and a somewhat better situation. He doesn't need to deal with, we have to get the prince back before Halfdan tries to take over the place.
Keep in mind though, the Toreador Primogen did not seem happy with Andy. If Andy is in charge, you might lose the support of the Toreador.
I mean, I'm pretty sure they weren't that heavily on his place anyway.
Well, even nominal support is worth something. It lends weight to his words.
True. Look, just let Bacon make his choice. There's a lot of things to consider all the time.
Yeah.
So
I still think that the safer choice will be resigning.
Right then.
Okay, I will just change myself and go downstairs to dominate the FBI.
Okay. Then give me essentially, let's see, what kind of combination would be to clean this up? Because dominating individuals is easy enough, it's the...
I mean, does he need to spend blood to appear human with so many FBI agents?
Oh, Christ. Yeah, Bacon, you kind of need to. You look like a fucking monster at this point.
I just will go for a quick hunt before going there like just a concerned high-class citizen.
You're going to go for a quick hunt in the hotel again. Good to know.
No, I'm not that stupid, I think.
Bacon,
They're in
if
the
you
lobby
go...
and they have this place, as far as I know, surrounded.
Yeah, pretty much. Bacon, you can go out with Obfuscate, but finding people to hunt, that's like an hour thing. So by the time evidence might have gotten out, reports, pictures, by the time you come back. If it hasn't already.
I don't think it would be that fast. It wouldn't take less than an hour.
No, generally it doesn't. It generally takes an hour to try and accommodate trying to find the correct people, trying to go about it the way you want to do it, things like that.
I mean, this
No, I'm
is
talking the evidence of the FBI there.
They
won't
would be
leave with
moving...
everything.
They would be moving whatever they could to get started working on this out as soon as possible. This is national level crime. They are gonna show this on the fucking CNN, Bacon. They want to get as quick a start on this as possible because everyone's gonna be on their asses to solve it.
Yeah, I have the
Well,
problem.
while
of-
you could interrupt it, if you take the hour to go and do the stuff, they're already going to be sending a bunch of stuff over to the headquarters and everything, trying to document what they can.
Yeah, so he would just stop while realizing that he's completely inhuman, and he would go to Amy and Andy and just choose the exchange this stuff. So he will go downstairs deal with that. I will support later. I will just clean up everything in here.
What am I supposed to do? I don't know how to rearrange their memories.
Just start with gathering information, trying to know where are they going to keep everything.
They're not gonna tell me where they're gonna keep the evidence.
Okay, then just try to tell them. No, that wouldn't work. I think what would my common sense say about just drinking from Andy?
You would get a step of blood bond.
It wouldn't. Could I get the blood due to my feeding restrictions, or wouldn't?
Yes, he's a vampire.
Okay, so I would just get.
Yeah, Andy's not that full of blood right now. 7 minus self-control, was it?
Yep.
Yeah, he can give you maybe like 2 points safely, but he's pretty low himself.
Yeah, and just with 2, I would need 8 for getting.
6,
How much?
You would need 6 to to look human.
Okay.
Should be 6, yeah.
But that would still put you at hungry because of how little you currently have. I mean, there are a couple of vampires. You could eat some of those in the cages.
I could eat off Byron, and I still have that Malkavian to blame on his death.
Do you want to eat Byron then?
No, just drink from him and probably kill him after. But that is something for later. He will just take what he can from Andy and what he can from Byron.
Okay, you can get 6 from Byron and you can get 2 from Andy. And write down your 1-step blood bonds, because being bloodbound to the new prince might matter. Even if it's partial.
How it works when someone is bound to someone they blood-binded.
They find it very hard to even think of them in a particularly bad light most of the time.
Yeah, but Andy is bound to me, I'm bound to him.
Then you would both just be in, awe of each other.
Yeah, it's the same effects hit you, it's just that he's being hit at the same time.
Yep.
Yeah, good thing that his is stronger. Okay, so I will take out 6 and go deal with the FBI.
Alrighty. Give me a wits leadership. I'm gonna let natural leader give you a +1 to this, because essentially you're picking up how to, or you're trying to pick their efforts apart. But it is gonna be difficulty 7, I'm gonna say. Wits, Bacon.
Yeah, wits.
Where are you rolling 10 dice?
Yeah, why I'm rolling 10 dice, it should be different. I did the wrong math.
I think you should be at 7, because I'm letting natural leader give you a +1 and you're at -1 for wounds.
For something I thought it would be at 11, the total.
You wish.
Yep,
Oh no.
No. It's a failure.
Oh Christ! Roll luck die.
It couldn't get worse.
You get tapped on the shoulder. You look around. There's like 3 FBI agents there. Excuse me, sir. Why are you talking to that man?
I'm trying to know
They
what
asked the guy
happened
that's
here.
currently in a really bloody shirt.
Oh no, he changed
No,
that.
Oh, he did? Good.
Yeah, I was trying to understand what happened here. I'm uh, uh I'm living at this hotel.
Oh, which room?
The penthouse.
Yeah, one of them steps over to one of the cops. The cop comes over.
You have reports of
Yeah,
somebody
exactly.
jumping out of the window.
That too. We have reports of a chair smashing through one of the windows a week or so ago, and apparently people saw more things falling out of the top floor recently. Sir, could you elaborate on that?
Just let me
Frenzy,
check
kill
the book.
everyone. That'll fix it.
Just let me check the book for a while. See.
You could just pop Majesty if you have Presence 5 and ask everyone to line up for their mind wipes.
Yeah, I was going to read what President 5 exactly does and how it would affect the situation.
It would mostly work.
Unless someone was exceptionally strong-willed, which might or might not be a thing, depending on how lucky you are.
It is my charisma intimidation, so
I mean,
it's 9+1.
I think it's already stated that his luck is currently said he's fucked up. Now we need to try and figure out how to mitigate it. I mean, the big thing with Majesty is that, it's not exactly subtle.
It isn't. But I think he's past subtle.
This is true.
And this might
Yeah.
be one of the
Not
things...
being subtle is the problem is there's a lot more FBI than what's just in any room with him.
Yeah, but even so, if you could manage to somehow clean this up on your own, that might be enough to swing the odds in your or Andy's favor.
Hard choices. Why did I even beat the prince? I think I was late for creating the character, so there was only the prince position left.
No, there wasn't actually.
You could have
Yeah,
been
a
any
lot of
of the
positions.
free primogen, you could have been the sheriff, there were spots.
No, the
Keeping
sheriff
Elysium.
was the
No,
sheriff.
the sheriff wasn't taken at all. That was decided after character generation. We decided we'd elect one of the NPCs.
Yeah, originally it was gonna
No.
be Steel, but then it freed
Yeah.
up afterwards.
Oh yeah, that's right. Steel was gonna
And
join.
I just kept the character. Same concept, being the prince and adventure.
Yeah, that's true.
How much willpower do you have left?
Nothing?
Then you can't even pop Majesty.
Oh, because of willpower.
Yeah, it does.
Then you're still being confronted by now 4 people in various uniforms, or what might as well be uniforms, asking you to please explain.
That's what other presence powers do.
I mean,
Number
you could just
4,
start.
Summon won't do much. 3, also won't do much right now.
You could try
2,
and
something.
summon. You could try and summon someone who should be on your side, like Vivian, who's not interested in this going to town. She might be able to help, or William. You could just draw someone to you.
actually 3 would help, wouldn't?
Which one?
It just entrancement.
It makes them.
Entrancement won't
It
particularly.
it makes them really like you, and yes, to an extent, it will make them interpret a lot of what you do in the best possible light, and they'll be very helpful. But they might not be they're not going to take clearly suicidal or clearly stupid actions, and they might be forced to essentially question you at the office anyway due to procedure at this point.
It helps a little bit. I could at least stall while Vivian gets here, or another one.
Yeah, entrancement could help.
You could call some of the Ventru. You might end up owing a boon if they don't like you that much, but Gretchen at least might have the skills, since she's older, to, dominate fucks.
I mean, if you call Vivian, I know what I'm going to do.
What would his common sense say? What would be less worse?
In what terms?
What would fuck me less? The Ventru I owe to the Ventru, or I bring in Vivian, the one that doesn't like massacres and probably won't like what I did.
The Ventru can probably be trusted as long as they're compensated to keep their mouths shut, because this affects the dignity of the clan.
Yeah.
Vivian might... Well, who knows what Vivian is gonna say? There's no way to predict that. It's fucking Vivian. Except that she won't like the situation.
He would try to go to the Ventru.
Alright. Then let's see. I think you need to spend a blood point for summon, though.
Yes, and entrancement.
Are you gonna use entrancement on 4 different people here?
Wait, let me...
Because it is per individual. You have to affect everyone individually.
Yeah.
Let's go through the summon first.
Okay. So, Gretchen then. We're gonna call it base difficulty. Unless you can... Actually, did you successfully use awe on her in the Elysium meeting? I think you managed to affect everyone, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
I
he affected
did.
everyone.
Then it's difficulty 4.
It's 8 dice. 54.
Well, we didn't want that. We didn't want that.
What?
We didn't want that.
It's fine. It's not like she's out of willpower and unwilling to resist once she realized she's going to the prince. Oh, wait, yes, she's so very low on willpower. Huh. Well, that's saddening. Let's roll for that. Okay, good. Nope. Yeah, she's coming over.
Fuck.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
It was too much successes, right? Let me... Yep, it was.
You wanted about 3 or less. 4 plus is where they start getting fanatically going towards you.
I mean, why, Chris? Why difficulty 4?
Because you affected her with presence and succeeded before.
Yeah,
that's part of the power.
Summon varies wildly, and having used presence on her before gives you an easier way in. If she had previously resisted your presence once it hit her, which she hasn't, I believe, it would be difficulty 8.
Ouch.
It's fine. It's not like you just set yourself a timer for complete disaster.
You don't even know about it.
Yeah, I just did a summon on someone capable. They would probably get here and eventually just need to stall the police officers.
They're still looking at you expectantly.
Now I have no idea what to say to them. I feel like Jackalour right now.
Bacon, I will let you roll charisma expression at 9 to essentially go, look, a distraction, and make a run for it.
So 7 dice, a difficult 9.
Do you want to try it? Common sense says it could end badly. It's
Just wanted to
probably
resign.
gonna... The problem is, it will probably burn your identity. Which means
Yeah.
that they might freeze your assets.
I think that, would it be smart to pull a I won't out anything without my liar card?
You could, but it makes you look guilty. They're gonna take you
Yes.
in for questioning almost certainly at that point.
Like, I think with how he's been acting so far, they might be about to check out his room.
It's fine. Andy's trying to get the blood out of the ceiling.
Okay, so, what, I was out. What was the report on something falling out of my building again?
Well, there were two. Once when the werewolves abducted you, and twice
No,
when...
yeah. I'm talking to the cop, to the
Yeah,
officers.
he's in character.
Okay. Sir...
By the way, he just lied horribly. So
looks over to the cop. He just goes, there was a report of you having slipped in your chair and having just...
No, yeah. I know the recent one. I remember this one. It was embarrassing to let a chair fall off the windows.
Make a manipulation subterfuge roll. Do I have a generic cop? No. But we're gonna assume that an FBI agent might have like 6 dice in telling lies if it's a investigator type dude.
Yeah, and I have 5 dice on telling lies.
6 is a competent professional, I think, in this world.
it generally is.
Unless we're in Hicktown, Toluca. In which case everyone has 8 firearms and fuck you. No way.
Yeah, I'm totally fucked. It's got.
Sir, we're gonna have to ask you to come in. We need to ask you a few questions.
Yes, just wait a second. My lawyer always say to call her before if anything happens.
You will be able to call from the station, sir.
Okay then.
Oh Christ. And the ventral primogen is still coming to him like an arrow.
Yep.
No, there's no way to cancel the summon.
No, not really, no, not as written. Oh Christ.
Why do I need to do my good roll in a long time on the summon?
Well, as that is developing, and as Andy is just trying to scrub blood out of the fucking carpets.
I think we need to switch to Jackalour so he can
Yeah.
go to sleep soon.
I was thinking the same thing. So, Jackalour, back in the chantry. Tears in your eyes, packing up the books.
Not really. It could have gone a lot worse. A lot worse.
Give me an Auspex roll at... Shit, let me think. We'll make it a 7 because at this point looks like the princedom is a flusher.
Oh my fucking god.
Yeah, you have a feeling that whatever security you had is kind of evaporating bit by bit.
Fucking hell.
Paranoia increasing.
Pretty much.
Your mind flashes back to one of the names, a being of great power over mortal minds.
Let's not.
You would just need to speak the name. Be so easy.
Nope.
You even know how to
Nope.
pronounce it.
Nope. Nope.
So what do you do to prepare for the coming storm? Actually, Jackalor, roll me a luck die on behalf of the city.
We're so fucked. Whoops, that's wrong thing. Well,
How
it doesn't
much better?
matter.
Oh dear,
Well, that's fine.
that's
It's not a 1.
It's something.
oh
Right?
Christ. She would try. Oh, that nature shit. Okay. Yeah, events are definitely developing. You can feel it ticking onwards.
Fucking hell. This is no
I'm
good.
trying to have Vivian take a more relaxed approach. This is most unfortunate time to do so.
Okay then. So, like I said, Jackalor, thoughts, preparations, ideas.
Have ask Len to bring as much blood to the chantry as possible. We'll need to prepare again.
Blood to the chantry, you say?
I have a really bad feeling about this.
He says that he is gonna endeavor to get into the hospitals and, well, you know, they can start trying to preserve it. He's gonna do what he can. He'll try to dominate his way into there.
Thank you, thank you. Then I'll start preparing. What's the thing? I think. Oh yeah, I need to prepare to get my resources back.
Okay.
And then oh wait, the prince is gone. Whatever. Yeah, I'll need preparing to get my resources. To start getting my resources back.
Make me an intelligence finance roll to make an assessment, essentially, of where your stuff is tied up and what is worth trying to
Okay.
save and what isn't.
Assuming creative doesn't apply.
And now that would apply in actually getting them out.
What is the difficulty? Did you say?
Gonna go with 6. You have eidetic memory. I'm not gonna.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, write down in your notes that you got 1 success on this roll. Christ, that's not good.
So this is where mine and Halfdan's opposition just suddenly crumbles in on itself.
Yeah, you guys don't have to do anything. We are just killing each other.
I mean, the city is gonna be unified when we're done. Growing pains, right? This whole first chapter is just growing pains.
Apparently.
Fucking god, I hate you all.
Oh, Jackalor.
I also do, Jackalor, I also do.
I mean, there is apparently a gun on your table. You could just end it.
I wish I had a gun in real life right now.
No, don't wish that.
Oh Christ. That is just wow. Okay. So Jackalor chooses option number 4 and he's gonna guard.
I mean, I think that's actually probably appropriate for what he's actually trying to do. So,
Okay then. Christ. Jackalor, do you want to handle experience now?
Please, yes.
Okay, so
I can't really concentrate in the game right now.
let's see. Well, fuck me. Okay, what is the most important lesson you have learned so far? How about that?
The Lord doesn't want me dead yet.
Okay then. And Christ, I'm still hoping we might be able to do the time skip next session. So, willpower shouldn't matter, but do you wish to make an argument for nature?
Nope.
Okay, then
Nothing
just take
that's
a
important.
flat point and you can go. I'm not gonna torture you
Thanks.
any longer.
Well,
with that-
have a good night, guys.
Yeah.
I
And with that,
Right.
I am gonna split the video and we'll try and bring this to a conclusion where we can skip a few years.